Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Bonnet with Blazers podcast. I am your host, LaQuanda. So if you're wondering what we're doing, today we're going to be talking about getting that bag with ease. Oh my gosh. And no, this is not, a get money rich quick conversation, but actually just sitting back and just talking about the black baddies on social media right now who are getting that bag with ease. So let me tell you, I came across something, and you have to be on TikTok right now to see it. And I was like, what is this? Is this? And if you've seen it, yeah, got me feeling like a cowgirl. And you're like, what in the world is this? Pinky Doll. Pinky Doll and another young lady, Nerdy Winter. Nerdy Winter just started Pinky Doll as an OG. They are simulating AI, and I think it's in something. I can't remember what it stands for. My daughter's gonna probably, come after me about that one. But they're doing these movements, and people are running gifts to them like that, like running water. That's how much people are gifting and supporting them. And it made me really excited, right? Because I'm like, look at these two women, black women, getting a bag with ease. And Nerdy Winter, Nerdy Winter will come at you in the comments. I do video games regularly. I am here to get a bag. This is just a trend. And it is amazing. And I love the support. Now you're going to have people that's saying certain things, but I love the support in the comments. And the reason why I wanted to bring this out, right, and bring out in front of people, because there were certain things that TikTok had banned. But before they started going after people, I used to watch, and I'll be honest, I used to watch channels where only thing the people did was for literally in the early morning towards the evening was scratch off lottery tickets and talk to the people in the comments and get gifts. I watched them do that non-stop. One, it was relaxing to do. It was great background noise. But people would literally run up these folks' streams. They would have millions of likes, gift challenges all throughout the day. You know how much money them people got to be bringing in to do that? Because when they went to go buy lottery tickets, them people were spending $1,500 to $2,000 a week on lottery tickets. So if you spending that kind of money a week on the lottery tickets, how much money you think you making off them? They were making off them streams. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Not including the money that they made off the lottery tickets themselves. So when I saw these young ladies doing these motions, got me feeling like a cowgirl. Yes, I don't normally gift on TikTok, but I'm going to share your stream. I'm going to comment to boost it. I'm going to like to put it on people's For You page and get it out there. Because I love it when black women are able to bring in that money, that income, that bag with ease. Because let me tell you some of the numbers. When I tuned in to Pinky Doll came up on my For You page, and I had finally caught her live. 22,000 people on the stream. 22,000 people on the stream. Over 1 million likes. 25,000.2 shares. Gifts non-stop. And when Nerdy Winter was on, she was like, I really can't respond to the comments right now because I'm getting so many gifts. And she was right. She was right. The gifts were coming nonstop. When you're on those streams, those women's gifts are coming nonstop. nonstop. And I love that so much for them. Now, if you look at some previous podcasts, if you're on this particular channel, you'll see some things where I was talking about grinding and all this other stuff and redefining what those things meant, because that can also mean ease. Learning how to do things ease, and certain trends that you can become, if you choose to become a part of, to earn income. But for some reason, and this is where, I go into the somewhere reason, we have this notion that income has to come from a traditional route. And when I say traditional route, I'm thinking about you get a job, or I'm thinking about you become an entrepreneur, or you become a certain type of content creator. And with this, these are trending things. When ASMR took off, I know the ASMR that originally took off on YouTube were people eating a lot. The seafood boils would take off, and we would just watch people eat. Things that sometimes seem gimmicky to other people, but bringing in major income for folks. So it was the people eating, and then TikTok. With the launch of TikTok, a lot of people started using, different items to make sounds. They'll put something over the microphone and scratch it, or they'll put a liquid, or sometimes what is that, slime on it, and you would hear those noises and just be on stream. It's this one young lady, I think it's Serenity ASMR, and she has some numbers behind it. She has a pretty large channel on TikTok. She does it at night, and her streams last throughout the night, and people get their coins doing that. Now, I want to say, I'm not trying to take away, any thought process that someone may have, as far as, okay, when this comes, I need to assign this sound to this, trying to adjust things to see, what's bringing in a major income. But it is nice. It is nice to see Black women not having to struggle across the finish line to grab a bag for themselves. And I absolutely love that, right? I remember a young lady on TikTok, a Black young lady on TikTok, and she's absolutely gorgeous. And she had took a video of herself, and I think she's a model, and she said she wanted Black women to be able to come on the app and just, get views and comments and likes and subscribers and brand deals for basically doing almost nothing, like everyone else does. Just their appearance, their presence can command those things, just like everyone else does. And when I see those things happening, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Because sometimes there's resistance against those type of things, because it is, one, people just don't like it. It's not your cup of tea, and I get it. Like the ASMR where people are eating, my partner and his family, they could not watch that. They could not watch it all. They cannot stand smacking whatsoever. They cannot do it. He struggles with me because, I'm a smacker when I eat, but I try to be mindful when I'm around him. But, some things just aren't people things. But sometimes people are resistant to certain thoughts and ideas. One, because they didn't think of it first. Two, they are angry. People get angry when you come up with something and it works for you. And I know, people like to say, and I might touch on this later. People like to say, "Oh, they're just mad." Like, E. Kane, you're mad. If you don't know who E. Kane is, you're mad. That's why you're mad. But sometimes, people are mad because they're working so hard in their lives to try to make something happen and to get something to pop off, and it doesn't. And so when they see someone who is doing something that is not as complicated as they have always done things, it can sting a little bit. So I'm interrupting the regular scheduled broadcast here because I came across a couple of things that rubbed me the wrong way, and I wanted to make sure that I had my thoughts on this particular instance in this video, in this episode. So there are people who there were videos floating around, and they were like, oh, Pinky Doll is a stretch worker, and that's why she's able to do that, and this is it. And I'm listening to them, and I'm like, you know what, that really doesn't matter. And the reason why I'm going to say it really doesn't matter, because if she is a stretch worker, would you not want her to be able to do and earn income from the safety of her home? Would you not want her to be able to earn income and her be able, if she chooses to stop stretch working? So it seemed like it wasn't. Now, I saw a couple of videos. Some of them were educational, but it seemed like some of the videos and some of the comments that I saw and read were really people who were angry and did not want to say they were angry because they said what they said. And what I took away from what they said is that they were waiting for something to come out. And so the moment that they found out that Pinky Doll is possibly a stretch worker, they wanted to hop on and do a video and said, this is the only reason why this is really happening. So she is still able, as a Black woman, to earn income with ease and in a safe environment, the comfort of her home. And I am happy that she is able to do that. Now, when we talk about this conversation with stress workers, we also need to make sure that if you're going to bring attention that someone is a stretch worker, then also let's talk about the needs within their community and how they're often criminalized, and how systems like the system that I have been a part of, the mental health system, social service systems, often criminalize those individuals, stretch workers, when they reach out for assistance. But I felt like a lot of people wanted to just say that she's a stretch worker really quick to, in a way, to shame her, and also in a way to almost demonize, not just explicitly demonize what she does to make a living, to support herself and get the things that she enjoys in life, but to almost put a cloud, a cloud over it, whereas you know what, let me say this about her. And I just thought it was interesting seeing those videos and reading those comments, like, oh, I knew it had to be something. But to be honest, there's stretch workers everywhere, and there are people who make money off of acts all the time. There are clubs around the country that do this. But yeah, I felt like that people were calling out or identifying her as a stretch worker, not to bring awareness to the stretch worker community, but to and demonize again isn't the word, but to almost discredit what she does because they don't like it, and that's what they want to say. And and I try not to say that's what they want to say, but it felt like people just want to say, I don't like what she's doing, and I'm mad that she's making money from it because I have to go out here and do all this other stuff to try to make money, and I'm not making as much money. And so they want to paint her as a certain type of worker and say, oh, you're a stretch worker. And I'm just like, yeah, you can say that, but also some people do, all those things for free. And maybe you get other things. But we won't talk about it. And you have degrees. But I'm just gonna say that rubbed me the wrong way, because again, I thought people were degrade. That is the word. People were identifying her as a stretch worker to try to demean and degrade her and put a cloud over the things that she does. And sometimes that is stemmed out of jealousy. It's stemmed because as much as a person say, I would never do that, I would never do that. Remember, this whole episode isn't about what you would or would not do. It was about Black women obtaining income with ease, right? Obtaining income with ease. And so some people, again in my EKing voice, you're mad. You're mad. Do get upset when they see someone who is doing a complete 180 from what they're doing in life, and they feel like they have checked off all the quote unquote societal or Black community good boxes of what a Black woman should do to obtain wealth, to obtain relationships, to obtain happiness, and they don't have it. Then they see someone who's doing a complete 180 from what they're doing in life, obtaining certain things, and then the moment that they hear something, they try to utilize that information, not to empower and educate the community on what's going on in that marginalized community space, because Black stretch workers, who are women, are still a part of the Black woman collective. And so instead of bringing awareness, you want to, the stigma that comes with identifying people as stretch workers. So you choose to try to devalue, dismiss what someone else is doing because they're doing something different that maybe you would not do, or maybe you will never do, but they are seeing the type of gains that you wish that you were able to see. And so that rubbed me the wrong way. And I just wanted to include that into this because I thought it was very important to bring out, and very important for me to say that Black women who are stretch workers are very much a part of the Black women collective and deserve conversation and space among us. And society devalues them enough and stigmatizes and criminalizes them enough. They don't need you to help them out. So again, my apologies if the audio is different in this little space, because I did not set up. If you're seeing the video, you can tell I did not set up, but I wanted to include this as a part of this discussion. So I'm going to return you to your regularly scheduled and pre-recorded podcast.
I
I'll always use myself as an example. Y'all, if y'all been with me for a while, you know I flip ideas like burgers and pancakes. Because if I see something that doesn't work or doesn't take off or it pulls too much out of my energy, you know, I'm gonna pause it, I'm gonna stop it, I'm gonna reevaluate it, I'm gonna come back later with something else. That's why we got here. That's why we're here. You know, I'm like, oh, this is a lot easier for me. You know, where I can be more natural, where I can do things with a lot more ease. And, you know, a part of ease isn't just, you know, that soft life. You know, I have a video on my YouTube channel, LaQuanda, that talks about living a soft life with no money or little money. But the soft life also includes obtaining money, that bag, with ease, people. Yes. Like, what can I do that gives me the biggest bang for my buck, but pulls the least on me? Because one thing about me, I don't want to earn money that I can't enjoy. I don't want to earn money that I have to take antidepressants to experience. I don't want that journey. I have to do that stuff just because I manage mental health conditions. I'm not trying to let how I earn money put me in that space, you know? So when I saw this, it just really made me smile. It really, really, really made me smile, because the hope is, as I get older as a woman, and if you don't know, I'm 44, that I want to see women younger than me have an easier way, or experience an easier way to obtain the things that I have attained, and to obtain the things that are greater than I have attained. So, you know, and have their mental health intact, and laugh and enjoy life along the way. And so this was such a beautiful thing for me. But we have to remember that there is a history in the Black community that we have to work hard, because we always had to. A lot of our existence was struggle, but even though in struggle there was beauty, unfortunately we get a lot of the struggle stories and not a lot of the beauty stories. But in those struggles, it became this work ethic for us, where we as Black women are combating, you know, you have to take care of everybody. You have to balance how to take care of everybody. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And so, you know, and if you somehow aren't pushing yourself into the ground to do something, and let me finish this off. If you're not pushing yourself in the ground to do something, then you didn't really earn it, or you didn't come about it the right way. You know, sometimes that's some of our thought processes when we're thinking about earning money. Because there is a myth. One of the biggest myths ever told was hard work pays off. No. Let me tell you. There's a lot of people out there that work really, really hard. And they never received the payoff that they wanted, or the payoff that they deserved. And so I think a lot of times when we're talking about hard work pays off, we also have to look at defining what pays off means for us, right? Because for these young ladies who are, welcome to my stream, their payoff is getting a bag immediately with the minimum amount of effort with the greatest return. I can't go live on TikTok. If you follow me there, it's LaQuanda_. I would be doing this too if I had 1,000 people following me that I can go live. I wouldn't care if it's just one person sending me roses all day. We gonna get it. And so I really wanted to just really talk about this, because as Black women, it is so amazing. It's so great when we come up with these wonderful ideas, these complex ideas, these amazing ideas, um, these intergenerational ideas, you know, these ideas that uplift our community. But sometimes the ideal can be simple. The ideal doesn't take a lot of energy, and the ideal will garner a lot of support, you know? To just be able to go out there and get your money and enjoy it. Because that's the thing, right? There's a lot of people getting money, but are you able to really enjoy it? And when I say enjoy it, I'm not necessarily talking about, swiping it. I'm also talking about the mental ease with it. And so, cause that's the baby. Well, he's not a baby. He's 16. To be able to see Black women getting that bag with ease, was just a beautiful thing for me to see this week. And so shout out to the ladies, Pinky Doll and Nerdy Winter. That is their usernames on TikTok for getting that bag with ease. We commend you, sis. Both of you. Every time I see you on my For You page, I'm gonna be liking, sharing, commenting to boost you up and get you on other people's For You pages, because Black women deserve to earn money with ease, just like everybody else. All right, everybody. Until next time, thank you so much for listening to the Bonnets with Blazers podcast. I am your host, LaQuanda Roberts Buckley. You can find me on all things LaQuanda on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and it's LaQuanda_ on TikTok. Until next time, bye.